Pomme in Belgium and Luxembourg.
It's time for Seriously, Let's Play, a Nerds Domain actual play podcast. Each week, we'll be sending you part of a one-shot that covers a game on our list that we keep meaning to play and never find time for. Join Matt, the Thompsons, and John Quiet as they give you a small showing of what each system is like, and tell a story that they've put together themselves.
Hi, and this is John with Passion Nerdly Podcasts, and welcome to the official relaunching of Seriously, Let's Play. Tonight, I am joined at the table by Roxy.
Hello.
Steven.
Hello.
And Shawn.
Hello.
And today we are very proud to have a guest GM coming in with us. We have Matthew Orr, one of the writers and creators of Never Going Home. Thank you so much for joining us, Matt.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm excited to throw you against the horrors that I created for this game.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Well, this is where I basically step back, and this is your show from here on out.
All right. Cool. So you guys are playing soldiers, and I gave you the character sheets. They have an initial and a last name. You can change the last name if you want, but like the point of the initial is your characters can be basically whoever you want them to be as far as gender or whatever. You can just, and you'll describe them to us here in a minute once we get a little bit more into the setting. So it's World War I. It's 1916. After the Battle of the Somme, all the death and destruction on that during that battle caused the veil between worlds to weaken, and now the others who live on the other side of the veil can whisper right into our pitiful little human minds and try and corrupt you. They will. They might whisper that you should follow their rituals, follow their guidance. You can gain more power. You can throw fire. You can command life itself. All it costs you is just a little piece of yourself. Why are you holding back? Just give a little piece of yourself. So you all are going to be thrust into this situation. World War I was already a pretty atrocious affair for the frontline soldiers. And now you've just got this further presence that's just the whispers in your mind pushing you to give yourself up and do something different, try something different, try and survive a little bit longer. So that is where you guys know about this, or maybe you don't, you're not fully aware of exactly what all of the details of what has happened, but you've definitely heard strange rumors of monsters on the battlefield. You've heard stories about soldiers coming back from the dead to fight again. And, these kind of rumors are not uncommon in war situations, so you haven't given them too much credence. But some of you may have heard whispers in your own mind. But we'll find out exactly who knows what when you get into the situations. So the first part of the game is called the first thing you do at the beginning of every mission is called the journey. And I was telling you before about how your cards represent the mental resources that you have. So it's going to cost you a little bit of something to go on. Anything that you do is going to cost you a little bit of yourself you have to put in something of yourself. So what we're going to do, the journey, is I'm going to tell you a requirement. So you guys are going to have to give, let's say, because there's only 4 of you, let's do 3 of the 4 suits is what you guys are going to be required. So each one of you is going to put in 1 card face down to the journey pile.
Oh, okay.
What will happen next after everyone has contributed 1 card, and you guys, cards are secret because nobody else knows what's in your mind, so you can't talk about them. But if you don't think that you are going to be able to get at least 3 of the 4 suits of cards, then you might want to add some more cards from the deck. But the thing is, if there's more cards than you as players, then I get cards as well. And then I get to add narrative stuff to the story as well when we pass the cards back out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Okay.
So we're selecting those now?
I'm just going to throw that out there.
Select your card from your hand that you're going to contribute to the journey.
Okay.
Since there's only 4 of us, do we want to add some?
I believe in chaos,
So no.
and I will say no, but I am open to a vote.
Yeah. Do we want to vote?
I say no.
You know, I'm all about the risks. So let's do it.
Okay, well, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. It's a big no.
Let's flip these cards and see if we just die at the start.
Okay, now wait, hold on.
No, we're not. We're not doing that.
You've all contributed a card.
Yes.
So now what you need to do is you need to shuffle that little tiny deck and pass one back out to everybody so that you don't know who contributed what.
Oh, are you going to do it?
Don't put that card in your hand. Keep it separate. And
Okay.
then in any order, you can reveal the card and use the card suit as a prompt to tell us a little story about how you got into the war. Like, why did you join? How did you get here into the war? Diamonds is yourself. Hearts is someone else. Clubs is an obstacle or a thing. And spades is an idea. So the suit that you reveal, the card that you reveal, use that suit as a prompt. And then tell us... You can introduce your character and tell us why you joined the war. Why are you here fighting?
What was clubs again?
As an obstacle.
Clubs is an obstacle.
Okay. Well, would anyone like to go first? If not, I will bite the bullet.
I would love to hear what you...
Oh,
you know.
okay. Thanks for the lead-in on that. Okay, so I revealed the 3 of clubs. And Diane Jackson was... Let me ask you real quick. Does it make sense for a woman to be in the war in World War I?
This is an alternate setting involving
so it doesn't
monsters
matter.
and stuff. So if you want a lady to be part of the war, absolutely.
Okay, well...
If you want to do some sort of more arcane description,
Okay.
that you're not really a soldier or whatever.
It's like, if you're...
I want to say,
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
So I'm thinking you have 2 arms and you can hold a gun. This war is really bad. We need all the help we can get.
That's true.
Agree.
All right. Well, Diane Jackson was trying to stay as far away from the war as possible because her father was a soldier and she didn't want any part of that life. But she hit a point in her early 20s where she needed to make some decisions. She was in a bad place. She didn't have any place to go, and she didn't have really a whole lot to her name after leaving home at a young age to get away from her father. And a opportunity opened up for her to enlist, and it was a quick answer to her problems. And so she enlisted and has been serving. She's probably only been active in at least in this particular theater of war for maybe a few months before our show began. So that's Diane Jackson.
All right. I guess I'll go next. I got the 2 of diamonds. So Travis Pomme joined this war because he just wanted to hit something, and the army was like, we'll let you do that and we won't arrest you. And he was just like, yeah, let's do that.
Nice.
So Diamond is personal then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that right? All right. So I've got Diamond. My name is Jacob Roche, and I've been on my own since an early age. Didn't have anyone or anything, and I saw this as my opportunity to make something of myself and to actually make a name so that when I come home from the war, I can be more than people said I was going to be. Don't have much to return to except for the hope for a better life when I come back.
I didn't hear the name.
Oh,
Jacob.
His name was Jacob.
Jacob Roche.
The Roche?
Roche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thanks.
All right.
John?
Yes, so my character is Marcus Guissarme. I got a heart, so he is a good old boy from Louisiana, and he decided to enter into the service following in his brother's footsteps to some extent. His brother went off to war earlier and is missing in action. Not sure what became of his brother or what has happened as soon as he was able to join the service, and that is why he is here.
All right. And we did get our 3 of 4.
Hey.
I was worried about that.
There you go.
Chaos reigns.
Did it at the journey?
Yep.
Did you avoid a penalty?
Okay.
So you are going to enter the meat of the adventure without Did I say avoided a boon? You avoided a penalty.
There we go.
So you guys are going to enter the meat of the adventure without being behind because you succeeded at the roll. You succeeded at the stuff you were doing.
Nice.
Okay, so where you guys are is you guys have been assigned to patrol a trench, an enemy trench. You guys have had to cross the no man's land to get there, and you are now your assignment is to basically to recover any kind of intelligence that you can. You need to search the trench for some sort of information that will be useful to command in planning the next strike. So you've got to enter this enemy trench and get some sort of information out of it of some sort. That's your assignment. And as you guys have snuck through no man's land, you've reached there, and you can get up to the trench, and it's very quiet. And this is early morning. There's mist that's kind of, or the early morning fog is still kind of obscuring things, but you can see the barbed wire along the top of the fence or the top of the trench is supported by some wooden posts and stuff. And there's an opening there, and you see that there's a machine gun nest that's there, but it's been destroyed. There's the gun is knocked over. There's some blocks that have been knocked down. There's a body that's laying slumped over the gun. It has been previously eliminated. This particular threat is not active anymore. That's what you see when you get there to the trench.
Okay. Who would like to go in first?
I mean, I'm probably the biggest and strongest, so I'll take the
punchy
lead.
Guy? Okay.
Yeah, I'll just be like, It looks like our allies have gotten here first, so this should be easy. The job is already mostly done. Let's find this paper that we need and make our way back home.
I like how he thinks it's just going to be a paper. One singular paper.
Or that it's going to be easy.
Our enemies are already dead. Duh.
Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. No. I will actually go in next. And is looking at the trench. Do I see which direction? Like while I'm above the trench, can I tell which direction they're? There's usually like a little. Not command, but there's like a post where the radio would be and stuff like that. Can I see where that is? Where maybe we could find some intelligence.
Sounds like you're making an investigation.
Okie
I
dokie.
would like you to roll investigation, and since you're up above the trench, I'm going to say just get one success on investigation for this.
So I don't have investigation. So
okay. How many guts do you have?
I have 2 guts.
Okay, so the first thing you can do is you can buy the right to use a skill you don't have. That's
Okay.
one of your points of guts.
Okay.
And then you can buy 1 die with your second point of guts. So as long as you have 2 in a attribute, you can still roll 1 die.
Okay. Then
So get a 5 and 6 on that die, and you'll learn something.
here we go. Let's see, guys.
Hey,
I got a 5. Woo! Woo!
All right. So you're peering out through the fog. You're trying to kind of make heads or tails of you're not totally bird's eye viewing here, but you are
Right.
up above the trench right now. So you're kind of trying to follow the line of it, and you see that there is sort of that from the perspective that you're at, it's kind of forming like an H, like you're at like one sort of corner, one leg of it,
Okay.
and then there's a deeper connecting this front line of it is in fact being supported by a second trench behind it.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So the connecting bar goes back farther away from where we are.
Farther away from where you are.
Okay, farther away from
Exactly.
no man's land. Okay, so I'm thinking that the commanding what I'm looking for is going to be in that secondary trench.
Yeah, I mean there might be something here in the front row, but there's definitely
Sure.
more to this. There's definitely more to explore behind it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell the guys with me, I'm like, or if some of you want to look up in this trench for anything interesting, me, and if someone else would like to accompany me, I think there's probably going to be more of the sensitive information is going to be farther back.
Okay, but I'm kind of curious about someone here.
That's fine.
And so...
Look at whatever you'd like.
My character is going to get in there with this guy in the machine gun nest, and he wants to see exactly how this guy died.
That's where I was going to go.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Cool. That also sounds like... so you can make a straight-up investigation, or if you have some knowledge, you can do a more medically kind of check on his body. Yeah. Either one that you want to do.
I have 1 dot in investigation.
Okay.
There you go.
And so that's just 1 die.
And then but you have lots of guts.
I have lots of guts.
Right. So you can add additional dice with your extra guts, and then you can re-roll once per attempt, and then you can add pips to dice that are 4 to make them 5s, or 3 and add 2 to make it a 5.
Okay. Then I will...
So each one of those is 1 point of your guts.
Okay. Then I will add 2 dice. So that's 3 dice total. And we'll see how we start off with that first. I got 2 successes.
Nice.
And
all right.
I will actually go ahead and spend one of the other pips to go ahead and take the 4 up to a 5. So that'll be 3 successes.
Nice.
Excellent. That's plenty. You're looking over this body, and you see, you find that when you turn him over, you find that this person has been slit around the stomach area, been eviscerated. Not eviscerated as in like stuff missing. I can't think of the right term, but anyway, he's been cut open amidst his body there. And it's just like he's got stuff hanging out from a real nasty wound there, right in the midsection.
Ooh. Whoa. Well, that's not what our guns do.
I don't think that's anything any of our allies do.
Not on a good day.
It could have crawled.
Yeah, if you point out this injury, somebody with it's going to be somebody that's going to do a more either somebody with knowledge to use sort of like a book learning sort of medical approach to it, or if somebody wants to do something unusual, you can do like a melee plus your smarts sort of check to see like, I know what kind of weapon would do this.
Ooh, I want to take that route.
If you are interested in learning more.
So that would be... So I have 1 tick in melee, and I would just add my smarts to that? Or how would that work?
You would use your smarts... Melee is usually a bronze skill, but in this case, if you use your smarts to manipulate that 1 instead, that's what I'm calling for.
Okay. And is this going to be a situation where you let us know how many successes we need, or do we just kind of wing it?
I'm supposed to, so I'm going to say this is going to be with the injury, the state of the injury. I'm going to say that it's another 3 this time to get some more detailed information, because you're really going to have to kind of study this wound a little bit.
Okay. Well, with the stats, my stats the way they are, that would be impossible for me.
You know what?
So I'll let someone else.
I'm going to go down next. I'm going to go down next to you, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do a melee check, because I've got 3 ticks in smarts and 2 ticks in melee. Okay. So I am going to roll 4 dice.
So you would roll the 2 for your melee, and then
I'm going to buy...
And then you can buy more.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and roll 4 total. So that's 2 of my smart pips. I've got 1 success.
Do you have any 3s or 4s?
I've got no. So I'm going to use the other pip to do a reroll.
Reroll? Yep, you can just reroll those 3.
Reroll all your failed dice at once.
Yep, that's what I did.
Turn 4 to a 5.
All right, so I've rolled 2 successes, and that's it. And I'm out of points to spend.
So we both just look over this body, and we're just like, "Yep, he's dead."
He's dead. You don't. It doesn't look like a normal sort of like. It doesn't look like a blade wound, but that's all you can kind of tell.
I do have knowledge book learning.
Yeah.
So if What?
I'm just like, we're all getting in this.
Are we all? Yeah, are we all gonna? I mean, I don't have to. I can be like, bye guys, I'm out. I'm looking down the.
It's a really interesting wound.
It's just like a real Stand By Me situation. It's like, hey, you guys want to see a dead body?
Yeah.
Wound. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and give it a shot. I'm going to. So I have 1 pip of book learning, but I have 5 pips in smart. So I am going to go ahead and buy 2 more dice and see what we can do. And I got a 5 and a 4. I'm gonna spend 1 of my pips to change that to a 5, and then I'm gonna use another pip to re-roll my last one, and that is a 5. So I have 3 successes.
Applying.
Sorry about that.
Some wounds, or you studied a book about it. Maybe you took a field medic kind of course somewhere, and you're looking at this.
Yeah.
Herman that looks like it was not a single blade cut.
Oh.
It was a scraping, dragging.
So this was a violent. It was a violent kind of thing, almost like a clawing or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So I will point that out, and I'll be like, guys, this just wasn't just one blade. This isn't like a bayonet. This is like claws, or there's multiple lacerations here.
What kind of animal in Europe does that?
Probably bears.
I mean, there are bears
around
here. In no man's land.
Yeah, they'd
it
be
might be
shot
bears
already.
land. No. Yeah, I haven't seen anything that could do this, but as we explore this trench, you might just be aware that something did it, and it might still be around. So,
Yeah.
Can we tell if any shots were fired from the machine gun or not?
The gun has been fired, but not. It's probably got like a strip ammo thing, and part of it's been expended, but not necessarily all of it.
okay, cool.
Seeing all that, though, I'm going to ready my gun, and I'm going to go into the main trench and start heading towards the connection.
That's where I am
and I'm
also
going to be going stealthily. I'm going to say, let me go ahead.
Okay, I will let you go.
So you're going
ahead.
to take point?
Yeah, I'm going to take point. Unless somebody tries to stop me.
I won't, but I do have a question about this machine gun. Is it like a mounted stationary machine gun?
Yeah, the machine gun nest has a very large machine gun, too big to be carried by a person.
Okay, but what if that person had 7 points in brawn?
I mean, you could probably do it. You'd need to do an athletics check, and I'll say 3. Athletics check 3. You can carry it around, but you also do notice that you can't find the ammo boxes. This has got like half a strip of bullets in it. So
pop, and that's it.
Hey, if we run into anything, that's as much as I need.
It'll be fun for a very brief amount of time.
Yeah,
Right, hey.
then you can just launch it at something, right? You can
Brief fun is still fun, and
Thanks.
then yeah, she's right. I can just action
Drop
movie
it on something.
throw the gun after I'm done with it.
So,
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Okay, I'll use 1 point of my strength to be able to use athletics, and then I will use 3 more points to roll some dice.
there you go.
So I got 1. I rolled a 5, a 4, and a 2. So I'm going to keep the 5, turn the 4 into a 5 using another point. So I've used 4 points of my brawn already, and I'm going to use another point to re-roll the 2.
And
I
you
got
it.
a 5, 3 5s, 3 success.
There you go.
Wow.
Everyone else kind of like stands back with a little bit of surprise as you just decide to, and you just lift this gun up and you're just ready to carry it down in this trench.
You know what? And this is your responsibility. You picked it up. You carry it. You get tired of carrying it. None of us are going to take it
going to
up.
help you. Now, I imagine your character, Papin, as similar looking to you, except completely shaved head, and the beard is even bigger, and you look like one of those circus strongmen, but
Yeah.
you're in for fatigues, and you're just like, "Grr."
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, yeah. I'll go. Like that wasn't how I was picturing it, but that's canon now.
That's how I'm seeing it.
See, I was more along the lines of maybe the big bear dude and the what's the name of the movie
don't know.
with Brad Pitt and
Glorious Bastard.
yes,
yeah.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
Actually, the way I was more picturing him, and this is just because I'm recently rewatching the series, is as Alex Louis Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Big muscle boy with a sweet mustache.
There you go. Well, see, I was picturing the mustache. I totally was
See,
there.
I was going a little later. I was doing Dum Dum Dugan from Captain America. and
Okay,
all
yeah.
that,
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's World War II, so
Yeah, I know,
okay.
a little late, but
That's
you know.
my son.
Okay, there we go. All right, so Machine Gun Man is with
Yep.
us.
Yeah, I'm still
All right.
going to try and go ahead of all of y'all.
He's going to try to stealth
Stealthfully.
while you're following up with this massive machine gun.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out ahead of y'all.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. Get on out there.
If anything, I'm a distraction, which makes it easier
That's
for you
right,
to slip
you're-
around.
yeah.
Because whatever's out there just heard a huge.
That's right. I wonder if your head is visible above the trench. That's because right now that's what I'm seeing. That's-
As I,
Now that you guys are down in the trench, like it's probably a good 6 feet deep. So you
Okay,
guys
yeah.
are you would have to be standing on a box or something like that to be seen over.
Okay.
You can easily conceal yourself down in the trench.
okay, cool.
I just squat slightly, so because my character is 6'1". So just like
Just
that,
slightly. Just slightly.
Just a little hint of bald head.
To avoid any of those bullets to come whizzing over the top of the trench.
Yeah.
But
Yes, I needed a haircut.
so with stealth, do I need to roll ahead of time, or do I need to roll like if I encounter something?
Well, if you're trying to be sneaky and sneak deeper into the trench, yeah, go ahead and roll
All right.
just a 2 success.
Okay. I have 2 pips in it, and I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 to gain 2 more dice. I only got 1 success, so I'm going to use the last pip I have to re-roll 3 of them. And I did not succeed. I only got 1
Oh.
success.
You are not sneaky.
All right. Because of the mud and the wetness, some of these boards are a little warped, and you just hear them. You hear them creak as you're walking. You know you weren't as quiet as you could have been.
We can still hear
But
you.
thankfully, the trench remains eerily silent.
I kind of shrug, and I guess they know we're coming anyway. If they if they hear anything, they heard that. But it's pretty quiet.
Okay, so we
So we'll go as a
continue
team.
onward, and I follow Marcus.
And I'll follow
I'm Diane.
Diane.
Thank you.
Sorry, drew a blank.
I'll just
And-
always be Roxy in games.
And I will follow
Jacob.
Alrighty. Yeah, you're bringing up the rear with the machine gun.
with the big gun. It's all right.
The machine gun is called the rear, so
if
you're bringing up the rear.
if I need to fire it, I'm sure all the bullets will go through all 3 of you before it hits
Thank
the
you.
target.
Thank you.
So it's fine that I'm in the back.
Go through.
Yeah.
I'm planning to kiss some mud if that thing has to go off.
Everybody except the enemy get down.
So
All right.
as we go
Excellent.
through we're going through
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
connector. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, all right. So whoever's in front, I think that's.
And that will do it for us tonight on Seriously, Let's Play. Remember, you can email us at nerdsdomain@gmail.com, find us at facebook.com/nerdsdomain, and twitter.com/nerdsdomain. We have all of our podcasts over at nerdsdom.com, so don't forget to check those out, and sign up for our newsletter while you're there. You can head over to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating, and don't forget you can always support us at patreon.com/nerdsdomain, and check out our t-shirts at tpublic.com.